What's up guys, welcome to the podcast. Nico here with Carl. And for those na check out lang ng podcast na to, hindi nyo kilala si Carl. He's been my friend for years already, a sports writer. And siya usually yung magiging guest ko or magiging co-host ko, not guest. Siya magiging co-host ko rather pagdating sa mga NBA stuff. Kasi si Mario at Graham sa PBA, sa Gilas at sa UAAP. Pero si Carl, parang I would say NBA correspondent na eh. So kung nakita nyo yung title nito at the reason why you clicked on this video on why Young Hansen was drafted before Kai Soto. Kasi marami tayong nakikitang mga misinformation, at least from our perspective online, especially sa Facebook na mas magaling si Kai, he has better skills than Hansen. But may mga reasons, di ba Carl? On actually a lot of reasons, both on court and off the court, on why Hansen not only get drafted, but near the lottery, he was 16. Konti na lang, green room na siya eh.
Lottery na rin yun, technically. Border
Lottery,
na yun eh.
isn't lottery
Hindi, well,
15?
1 to 15 pala. Oo,
Oh,
tama,
he
tama.
was
1 to 15.
literally borderline.
Oo. Ewan ko, like the talk ng comparisons between Kai and Yan Hangsen, it was, well, in the lead up to the draft, maingay yung name ni Hansen as a second round pick.
Mm-mm.
Actually, marami nga ang projection sa kanya was 55 or
He was
60.
supposed to
Many were
be
saying
the second
undrafted
round,
nga
late
eh.
second round, middle to late second round.
Literal flyer pick. So okay, it makes sense for a second round pick. Pero for whatever reason, the Blazers picked him 16th, no?
Yeah, he was 16. He jumped nearly 20, 30 spots.
Medyo unthinkable siya at this point kasi at that at that point kasi the Blazers had Ayton still then. They had Ayton and they had
Nung time na
Klingan.
yun, oo.
Entering the draft, they had those two guys. So expectation was keep them tapos add another wing or another point. Makes sense. Pero to draft a center from China na sobrang I would use the word raw to describe his
Mhm.
skills kasi magaling naman yung bata eh. Like talented siya. It's just hindi ko alam kung ano nakikita ng Blazers in him to draft him 16th above every other talent that was available at that time. Ang dami.
Mhm.
So, Kobe Brea was there. I think Rasheem Fleming was still there. Yung mga wings and guards na talaga you would have expected the Blazers to take. For whatever reason, they decided to pass up on them. I don't think, as of now, may explanation na yung Blazers front office as to why
Mhm.
they chose Young Hansen. Pero, yung game kasi niya, I would say, it would match with Klingan in the terms na pwedeng second stringer big man or third stringer si Hansen. Kasi, ang difference between Hansen and Kai, yung game ni Hansen is well suited to the low block. So yung traditional center, yung big man na feed the ball to him, yun yung style of game niya eh. With Kai, si Kai kasi offensive presence. We know Kai, kilala na natin yan. We
Mhm.
know what he can do. Pero when he entered the draft ng 20, ng
20,
22
he was
draft,
20 years old. He was 20 when he declared back in
mm,
2022.
yeah. Oh,
So
and
ito
everyone
yeah.
everyone wanted him na at the time, 'di ba? Pinoys were, oh, ito na yung
Yun
chance
nga eh,
natin.
para I
Pero
think we were in a bubble during that time, Carl,
yeah,
na because we are in alam mo naman, algorithm ngayon sa Facebook, di ba, na it's gonna feed you the content that you interact with. But little did we know, siguro, outside our bubble, there really wasn't much hype for Kai Soto during that time. So, sino ba tong Young Hansen, no? I think, especially for 99% of Filipinos, sino ba tong Chinese center that got drafted before our rising star in Kai Soto? Well, Young Hansen, 7'1" center with a 7'3" wingspan. And here's what he has done, no? When he was 18. At 18 years old, he was named the CBA's Defensive Player of the Year in 2024, averaging 2.2 blocks per game. Ah, kaya gawin naman ni Kai Soto yan ah. Teka lang, he also contributed 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists per game at 18, 19 years old in the CBA, who I will argue that league is better than the NBL of Australia. The CBA,
Arguably,
that's
yes.
where a lot of imports go first because they pay more money. It's multiple imports can play there in a team. I think two, di ba, Carl, sa CBA?
Mm. If I remember
Well,
correctly, dalawa.
yeah. Overall, it's a league na pinupuntahan ng mga NBA players. 'Di ba that's the joke? Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. It's not
Oh.
get ready to learn Japanese or get ready to learn Filipino. It's get ready to learn Chinese. So it's arguably one of the leagues out there outside the Euro League na pinupuntahan ng mga NBA players.
Mm.
More on Young Hansen. Hindi pa tayo tapos. This guy in the previous CBA before he declared for the draft, averaged 16.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks per game. And I think this was ito yung feel ko yung X factor to why he got drafted. He's represented by Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. So sino ba si Rich Paul? That is LeBron James' agent. So if you're represented by Rich Paul, kind of seals the deal in a way. Of course, he has the talent and everything. Kahit sino namang representation, kung hindi magaling yung player, you especially those stats to do it in the CBA, the third best league maybe after the NBA Euro League, it's the CBA. And then palapit na rin dun yung B League. It just set up for Young Hansen also playing in the Chinese market. Uh, ibang klase yung purchasing power ng Chinese market, no, Carl, compared to us here in the Philippines. That's a reality that we have to understand. Bakit si Kai noong 20 may NBA agent siya? Yeah, he did. Si Joel Bell. But who is Joel Bell compared to Rich Paul? Diba? He literally became a multimillionaire because of the representation that he has gotten sa NBA of all the players that's under his roster. And when Kai was 20 years old, same age as Kai Hansen Kai Hansen, young Hansen, when he declared, he played in the NBL, yes, for the 36ers. But what did he average? 7 points on 50% shooting on 4.5 rebounds per game. If kinumpare mo yung stats na yun to Young Hansen, ang layo. Doon pa lang, malayo pa lang. 'Di ba? So, again, we're big fans of Kai Soto. Of course, we're Filipinos first. But
Of
sometimes we
course.
gotta look through the lens on bakit nangyari to. Hindi lang, it's not because they're racist. It's not because of market. Even if you remove the market for now and just compare the stats side by side during the same age and what leagues they competed in and anong klaseng player they were when they played with their specific teams. Carl, di ba, mas pipiliin mo yung Young Hansen. Kahit, di ba, sabihin natin, ano ka, GM ka, tapos you have to pick for the sake of your team. You're gonna
Mm.
choose the Chinese kid who was a defensive player of the year at 18 and can pass like Jokic. Jokic like, I'm not saying he's
Jokic
Jokic
like.
already. Or maybe, I think a better comparison is Alperen Şengün.
Possible. Yes.
Alperen Şengün can pass
Agree ako
from the
dun.
high post, di ba? Like,
Yep.
because you can say that Şengün is Jokic light. He's still an
Mm.
all-star. So I
True.
think that's the reason why the Blazers were high on him. Kasi kung pure marketability lang to, they won't draft him at 16. They'll just
Oh.
grab him at the second round. 'Di ba? The fact na dun yung projection niya, what made them, what prompted them to snatch him immediately? Maybe because they really saw some talent. Kasi de-develop nila. So I think that's what I've seen and what I have read on Young Hansen. I also watched a few Blazers games highlights. I won't say that I watched the whole game, but I would say I could say that I watched the highlights of the Blazers just to see who this Young Hansen kid is.
Hindi kasi with the Summer League highlights ni Young Hansen, kita mo na eh.
Mm.
Very raw, understandable, as he should be, kasi 18
Mm.
yan. Let's not kid ourselves. Raw talaga yan. Center pa. Like, they say point guard's the hardest position sa NBA these days. Honestly, hindi eh. Center na eh.
Mm.
Finding a quality center, even a backup center, mahirap na nowadays eh. Point guards are
Mm.
a dime a dozen. Marami yan. More
Oo.
so sa wings. the problem with Kai at the time ng 22 draft was marami ring wings that time that could have filled his spot. Yung forward stretch big niya na positioning. Kasi yun talaga yung talent ni Kai. Kai's calling card in the NBA would have been, alam ko pinag-usapan natin to before eh. Something
Na ano?
similar to Chet Holmgren, but not
Oh,
really.
yes, we did. We did talk about that.
Sobrang
Oh,
long ago na yung conversation na yun.
Ed
Pero,
Holmgren and Kai
di ba,
Soto. My goodness, 2 years ago ba yun? 3 years ago?
three bro.
Kailan ba yun? Tagal na nun.
Parang, okay, talented si Kai, pero let's not kid ourselves. He wasn't ready at the time.
Ah,
Kasi, ito yung naalala ko. Actually, pinull up ko yung old article ko about Kai's draft, yung aftermath, but siya, hindi nag-succeed or hindi siya na-draft. Ang argument ko at the time was, masyadong early. And this was the consensus among a lot of among a lot of friends that I've spoken to within the media na Kai was talented enough to get the Summer League invite, to get the tawag
mhm.
dito, to get the G League invite at the start. Pero yung decision niya to play for the Philippines nung FIBA,
Yeah.
maraming bad trip nun, including me especially, kasi hindi na natin kailangan si Kai eh.
Mm.
Pasok na tayo sa World Cup nun kasi host tayo with Japan and Indonesia.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, tinanggal natin si Kai from what would have been the possible start of an NBA career para maglaro for an glorified exhibition match nung Windows dito sa Philippines. Parang wasted siya eh. Nagsayang tayo kay Kai na pinol out pa natin siya from his ideal situation. Kaya I think it was Mahmoud Abdul Rauf yata or Sharif Abdul Rauf ng NBA G League.
Mm.
Nag-usap sila with Kai. They decided na let's just part ways mutually para matapos na natin to. So the G League cut ties with Kai at that time ng 22. I don't know how they are now.
That was a crucial point, no? Na I think it all went down, not downhill his career, no? Talking about just that NBA dream of getting drafted. Alam naman natin na maraming ways to get into the NBA, but at least nung that G League stint of choosing Gilas was a bit controversial during that time. I think there were debates if she should have stayed. Tama ba na tumulong siya sa Gilas? 'Di ba?
Hindi natin siya kailangan talaga honestly at the time.
Noong time na yun.
No. Kasi shoe-in na tayo eh.
Qualified na nga
Pasok
tayo
tayo
nun.
eh.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, it was, ang bulong sa akin at the time, or at
Mm.
least ang kwento sa akin at the time was, si Kai, it was not Kai's decision to to leave the NBA G League. Ang kwento at the time to me was, people within his management um, persuaded Kai to suit up for Gilas, hoping na it would have been a better showcase for him instead
Increases
of being
draft
in the
stock.
G
Yeah,
League.
yeah, yeah.
Which could have
Tama
made
naman.
sense.
Gets ko rin. It's a
Oo,
gamble eh. It's a gamble.
gamble siya.
Kasi sa G
Pero,
League rin naman, it's not like he was being
oo,
played
hindi
25,
sure
30 minutes
yun.
a game.
No,
Uh,
sobrang hindi. Kaya parang, hindi ko ma-fault yung management ni Kai for taking the chance. Pero kasi, if you're looking at the long-term stock of the kid, better sana yung chances niya na nasa G League na siya. Nasa US na eh. Strict
siguro,
pa tayo
yeah.
with the COVID protocols at the time.
Mm.
Tapos, at the risk of cutting ties with Sharif Abdul Rahim and the rest of the G League, no-brainer sana na nagstay na lang sana siya. Which brings to mind itong kay Young Hansen. This situation with Hansen is interesting and you pointed out nga yung clutch sports ties niya. So,
Yeah, the Clash Sports ties.
I mean, ako personally I would think na hindi naman dahil lang sa clutch sports pero may ano rin eh. I would like to think na baka may nakikita rin yung Blazers that we're not seeing kasi as a reminder to everyone, we're all outside. We're all on the outside. Wala tayong nakikita sa loob ng mga training camps nila. We don't know what they're seeing. We don't know how they're thinking. It might be a reach for the Blazers, pero ako, fine, might as well. May chance naman eh. So, okay, sige. Medyo weird lang na 16. Could have went in the second round, pero let's see.
Yeah, di ba? So, that's pretty much it, no, Carl, with why Hansen got drafted. over Kai Soto. It's not really a long argument. Yun lang naman. You just had to
Mm,
state the facts. Of course, Kai Soto is only 23 years old. Although he's recovering from a ACL injury, I do not expect him to play this year for the sake of our future. I'm sure na Coach Tim hindi rin mamadaliin yan. The
oh,
FIBA
sure.
Asia Cup now kasi iba na eh. You don't
Mm.
outright qualify for the Olympics if you have a ano, before ganun, 'di ba? I think they
Yep.
changed it. They changed, not I think, they really changed it. So there's no use in rushing the recovery of Kaya. At 23 years
Mm,
old, you just want the best for him.
true.
Everybody in the Philippines are aware that he is one of the main core, if not the centerpiece of
Mm.
this Gilas squad. And a perfect guy for the triangle. Di ba?
Oh,
Ibang klase pag may
match
Kai
pa rin
Soto
siya eh.
tayo.
Match siya eh. Sa
He's
system
really a
na yan.
fit for Coach
Mm.
Tim's system. Kasi nung kay Coach Chot, he really wasn't uh, I think it's an argument na he wasn't used properly. And at the same time,
Tama.
may injury pa siya nun. Di ba?
Mm.
May injury siya nun back in 2023. Also, we cannot catch a break no na both Kai Soto and AJ Edu are healthy at the same time. You just never catch a break. When he when he was healthy, last year, si AJ Edu
Si
naman yung
AJ naman yung problema.
from that injury in Japan. So, oh, bayan, di na talaga nagsabay. Kasi nung nagsabay sila before, yung under-19
Mm.
Worlds, what a
Yep.
time to be alive. Si Dolph Panopio pa yung point guard nila nun. And Dolph Panopio, maingay yung pangalan niya nun, di ba? Si
Tama.
Dolph
Tama.
Panopio. I don't know where he is now, but I think he's playing somewhere in India or something.
That's still a win. That's still a win.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just
Still a
saying.
win. Oo nga, oo naman, oo naman. Pero tagal ko lang din narinig si Dolph, ah.
Si Dolph.
Dolph, sorry,
Oo,
Dolph
si
tuloy.
Dolph. Bundle
Oh.
pa din si,
Kaya nga, mas
si
mali
Bundle
yung
pa
thoughts
din.
eh.
Mali si Dolph. Pero yun lang naman. Guys, you're gonna see Carl more often. Pagdating sa NBA talks, we're gonna have more episodes this week. Anything na, what do you call this, na okay pag-usapan or a hot topic,
Mm,
maybe. Because Cooper, wala nang Cooper flag. He already got pulled out. They don't need to see anything anymore. They just waited him to get a 30
mm.
piece and then they're good. But yeah, yun lang naman. We hope Kai Soto recovers well. Young Hansen naman. I want to see that battle soon. I want to see a Young Hansen Kai Soto matchup even though Kai is 3 years older than Soto. Pero syempre, tayo we're gonna root for Kai. We want to
Ako,
we want him to put up a fight against Hansen or at least what do you call this mamatch niya because at this
mm,
point Hansen has the edge over him. This guy is playing the summer league, getting all the confidence he needs while our guy is in the middle of rehab pero lumalaki
yeah.
katawan. I mean,
Mm.
he's getting muscles,
Ang
he's
laki
getting
niya, bro.
bigger.
Ang laki. No, pause. Pero laki katawan niya.
Oh.
Malaki siya, pause. Sorry. Sorry, sobrang pause moment.
uh
Pero yun,
Whoa, whoa.
lumalaki si Guy.
Mm. Up there.
Up there.
All right, yun lang naman, guys. Follow 5 Star Radio, Spotify. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on IG _6 Man Podcast. This is Nico with Carl. See you all next time.